'cause I can't live without you, Lord. Finding my way back to you, 'cause I need you in my world. I chased a million shooting stars.
Okay, I want to learn some of those moves.
You gotta ease into those moves. You can't just start out doing that kind of stuff. It's dangerous.
Too dangerous. Well, Danny was trying a little earlier, so.
I think
anyway.
Danny, he could be good at it.
Yeah, Danny would be really
I've seen
good.
him before. He's
Okay,
good.
my apron's just gonna have to work just like that.
All right.
So, what are we making today?
Okay, this is breakfast.
Breakfast.
You said make something that makes you feel at home, and breakfast
Yes.
makes me feel at home.
Yes, because I like to ask guests that. You know, that's kind of one of those things that I want to do is, what recipe makes you think of home? So.
Well, when I was growing up, we used to always, on Saturday mornings, have a big breakfast, and this is kind of some of the pieces of that. And,
do you do this for your family?
Sometimes. I do.
Good.
My
Good
wife,
for
she's
you.
a great cook, so it's kind of hard to, you know, squeeze in, because I always want to have what she's cooking, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so put me to work.
All right, great. So what we're going to do here is just put a half tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
It's kind of healthy stuff from what I hear.
Yes.
And then I've already cut up these
Good job.
pepper and
The magic of TV, pre-cut
is
vegetables.
basically
Wouldn't it be
sauteing
nice
that
to
and-
cook at home if everything was pre-done like that?
It would be, huh?
It would be really great.
And I had so much help with this before. If you'll hand me that knife
Ooh, the big knife. There you
and that little tool over
Ah,
there.
we're going
I've
to
always wanted
sharpen the knife.
I've always wanted to do that. Is that how you do that?
I think
Somebody's
so.
Some cook at home is right now going, ooh,
Oh,
he's
what
doing
is
that
he
wrong.
doing? What is he doing? Yeah.
So we get this going, and we're just going to saute this for a little bit, get that going.
Okay, and while that's going, why don't you tell me what you've been up to besides making wonderful music?
Well, you know what? We're actually, with the group, as far as Jericho Road goes, we're actually in the process right now of working on another CD.
You are?
Yeah.
Fun.
This time we're looking to do something that's strictly inspirational.
Really?
A little bit more subdued
Okay.
than the Finding My Way Back to You moves.
I love that.
We won't be dancing to this
Not
CD as
dancing.
much, but we definitely wanted to do something that was a little bit more.
I love
Down
Finding
that
My
way.
Way Back to You, by the way. That's one of my favorite songs of yours. I really
Oh,
like
thank
that.
you, thank you.
I really like that one.
Other than that, the last couple years, I'm going to reach over and get
Yeah,
these
reach
eggs
over
while
and
we're
put me to
doing that.
work while we're talking. I mean, you know.
Grab me. Why don't you know what, can you
You want me to
beat
beat
those
these?
up?
I
Yeah.
can do that.
beat
Yes.
them up, make them feel bad, you know what I mean? But we've been doing for the last couple years. This year we kind of took a break from it. But we've been doing what we call the Jericho Road Benefit Concert. Me and my wife kind of got together and said, hey, let's do something. It kind of started when my wife.
You know, it doesn't surprise me because that's just the kind of people you are. Always looking for ways to do something nice.
Well, she was wanting to run a marathon, and it was for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society as part of Team in Training. And we went down there to, it was Disney World Marathon, and I just got so worked up by it. I said, man, that's great. I'll do it with you next time. And I don't know what I was thinking when I said that, but I kind of had to stick to that. So the next time I said, well, instead of just raising money and asking people for money, what we should do is we should do a concert. And so that's how kind of Jericho Road Benefit Concert started. The first year we did it for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and the second year we did it for a group called Reach the Children.
Wonderful group.
And yeah. If you go to reachthechildren.org, www.reachthechildren.org, you can find out a little bit more about them. They're a group that works a lot in Africa. They work in several countries, including Uganda, Ghana, as well as Tanzania, Kenya. My wife actually went to Kenya with them.
Really?
And shot some video for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Before we got married. And so we kind of thought, you know what, we really like this group. And not only that, but when you're dealing with charities, we always feel like it's important to. I'm going to take these potatoes now.
Oh, the potatoes first. Okay.
We always feel like it's important with charities to make sure that you have a charity that you know where the money's going.
Do you want me to cut this one?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
But we wanted to make sure that we knew where the money was going, and you know,
Right.
we feel really good about what they're doing, and that the money's being spent in the place that we feel like it should be spent.
I've read a little bit about them, and they sound like they're just a wonderful, wonderful organization.
They have been great, and so we're really excited about that, and we want to get that started back up next year, of course.
In there?
Yeah, you bet. Let's go with that. Now, the important part about the potatoes is that the way I do it is I microwave bake these potatoes before I cut them up and put them in there, because that way it gets the middle all done and everything, and I never run into trouble with burning the outside. And also, when I do microwave those potatoes, I make sure that, you see that fork over there?
Yes.
I stab that potato
beforehand.
like I'm really, I'm really mad at it.
Okay.
Get all my frustrations out. And
that's smart.
And it cooks the potato really well because it gets all through the center and everything.
That's awesome.
And we'll take. Will you hand me that? The salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Here we go.
I always like to take the.
The magic.
This makes me feel like a cook here.
There you go.
And some pepper.
I'm a real good assistant, so.
And you know what else I like is the seasoning salt. If you'll hand that to me.
What kind?
We'll get on
that.
You know, it doesn't matter. This happens to be, I think, Lawry's.
Okay.
If that's the way you say it. But any kind of seasoning salt that you have at your house, you don't want to like bury it in seasoning salt, but you know, a little bit of that taste will get in there, and I like the taste of seasoning salt.
Okay, are we ready to put the eggs in?
You bet. Let's take a couple pieces of this cheese and break it up.
And break it up in there. Good.
And I wanted to tell you a little bit about also.
Tell me about UPledge. I want to hear about that.
There is a company out there called UPledge, and it really, what they're doing is allowing people who have who want to give to a charity to give to a charity, and allowing people to unite in doing that. Put it in that one. Let's do that one. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll mix them together afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of like one of those people that, like, you know, sometimes I like mix, sometimes I don't, so depending on how I feel.
Okay. So yeah, tell me about UPledge real quick.
Let me give you the website of that. It's www.upledge, that's UPLEJ.
Yep, there it is.
.com. And the great thing about them is that it doesn't matter what charity that you want to support. Basically, the way they have it set up is you give $5 a month, and then a certain amount of money that goes to your charity. And then if you tell other people about it, then the $5 that they give, part of that goes to your charity as well. So, so David Osmond, you know David Osmond, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the Osmonds. David Osmond told me about it. David and Nathan are both working with them, and basically, it's part of my the money that I give every month goes to help the MS Foundation, which is what David Osmond's charity is.